we should all really be worried about what's happening in the 200 meters. Not for any bad reasons, not for anything controversial, but simply for the fact that Shericka Jackson may very well go on to dominate this event in a way that we have never seen before.
You heard that, right? Shericka Jackson is now out for flesh. I mean, a gold or something, but preferably gold. At the recently concluded 2023 Rabat Diamond League, Shericka Jackson proved to the world that she's not joking. How so? Well, she simply dominated the women's 200-meter field with a meeting record of 21.98 seconds, if you can call that simple. Prior to the 200-meter race, she basically owned. Shericka opened her Wanda Diamond League campaign over 100 meters at the Seashore Group Doha Meeting in early May. Notably, Jackson is the first athlete in history to win a full set of World Championships medals across 3 sprint disciplines: 100 meter, 200 meter, and 400 meter. She's also the first Jamaican to have run under 11 seconds for 100 meters, 22 seconds for 200 meters, and under 50 seconds for 400 meters. I mean, that's a lot. Notably, Jackson is a 5-time Olympic medalist, most recently winning the 4x100 meter relay gold and 100 meter and 4x400 meter bronze in Tokyo. At the World Athletics Championships in Eugene, in addition to winning 200 meter gold in a Jamaican record of 21.45 seconds, the second quickest of all time, she took silver in the 100 meter and 4x100 meter. Her 100 meter best is 10.71 from the Wanda Diamond League meeting in Monaco in August 2022. In addition, Jackson, who ran a world-leading 10.82 in her first 100 meter race of the year at the MVP Velocity Fest 13, a World Athletics Continental Tour Challenger event in Kingston in April, has won 4 of the 5 previous meetings between the two over 100 meters.
Jackson, what a dominating performance, 10.80 seconds for Shericka Jackson.
However, Shericka Jackson finished second in Doha 100 meters behind American star Sha'Carri Richardson, who finished fastest to clock a world lead time of 10.76, which also eclipsed the meeting record previously held by the late Tori Bowie. Jackson was second in 10.85 seconds, with Britain's Dana Asher-Smith running 10.98 in third. Still, the Jamaican was all smiles when she said,
"It was a pretty good race. I mean, I know that time will probably shock coach, but I just wanted to have fun. I did that tonight. I'm working on my start, and I think I did pretty good. So
it was also then that she shared,
I have 2 weeks break, and then I go Morocco to run my first 200 of the season. But hopefully, probably run in Jamaica before, but yeah."
Although she didn't win first place in the women's 100 meter, Jamaica's reigning world 200 meter champion Shericka Jackson continued to prove why she still holds that title. Admitted, she deserves that. It was last year in Eugene, Oregon that Shericka Jackson made her mark as the 3rd fastest in 200 meter history. Shericka called it magnificent after she ran the 3rd fastest 200 meter in history, clocking at 21.55 seconds. In the 200 meter, only Florence Griffith Joyner with 21.34 and Elaine Thompson-Herah 21.53 have ever run faster than Jackson. Jackson's time was arguably more impressive than Thompson-Herah's because the wind reading was 0. Well, it appears that even the wind is working in her favor. "I know I had something special, but I never know it was this special," Jackson said. "I made so many mistakes in the race. I have probably 2.5 weeks, so we'll see how fast I can go." Notably, Jackson led from the start and ran a fine bend before pulling further clear in the closing stages to win in 21.55, the fastest time in the world that year and the newest personal best. Also last year, Shericka Jackson ran a blistering meet record in Rome ahead of Thompson-Herah. At the time, Jackson dominated a class field to win the women's 200 meter final at the Wanda Diamond League meet in Rome, Italy in June 2022. The Jamaican athlete stopped the clock in 21.91 seconds, ahead of fellow Jamaican sprinter Elaine Thompson-Herah, 22.25 seconds, and British star Dana Asher-Smith, 22.27 seconds. Notably, while the podium finishers were all season's best times, Jackson successfully shattered the June 2021 meet record of 22.06 seconds set by Asher-Smith. In March of this year, Jackson showcased her early season good form by clocking a meet record of 50.92 seconds at the Velocity Fest 12 inside the National Stadium in Kingston. This was Jackson's 3rd 400-meter race of the 2023 season after she posted respective times of 53.11 and 52.05 earlier this year. Despite some lows in late February, when she finished 4th in the women's 60-meter at the final of the World Athletics Indoor Tour Gold Series in Birmingham, UK, Shericka continued to train hard while enjoying her journey. clocking in at 50.92 seconds at the Velocity Fest 12. It's definitely an improvement from Shericka's previous fastest time of 52.05 seconds, which she achieved 2 weeks earlier at the GC Foster Classics in her second race of the season at this distance. Although she faced a tough challenge from Stacey Ann Williams of Elite Performance in the first 150 meters, Jackson found the energy to pull away at the 200-meter mark and secure her victory. Notably, the 50.92 seconds also set a new meet record and represents the fastest time ever in March for Jackson. In an interview after her momentous win, Jackson, with a big smile pasted on her face, shared, "One of my main goals this year is to turn 50 points, and I just did in March. Fastest ever in March, so I'm super excited." It was at the Velocity Fest 12 meet that Shericka Jackson expressed her plan to simply have fun. In fact, she dismissed recent reports claiming that she's targeting the world record this year. Jackson emphasized that her primary focus is to have fun despite the pressure. In a post-race interview, she shared, "For me personally, it's just to have some fun. Whenever the time comes, it comes." Now, that doesn't mean that she'll just let other athletes pass her by. Nope, Shericka Jackson is out to protect her record, by all means if necessary. In fact, at the recently concluded 2023 Rabat Diamond League, Shericka dominated the women's 200-meter field with a meeting record of 21.98 seconds.
Jackson was a little sleepy out of the blocks, I thought. Came up very upright very quickly. Didn't stay low, Chris. But once she got into a running after about 60 or 70, you got the impression she was just accelerating all the time.
In an Instagram post, Shericka said, "If you dream it, you can do it. The experience was everything. My 200-meter, my baby, I've missed you." Unsurprisingly, a lot of her fans expressed their happiness over her win and congratulated her for setting a new personal season best and a meeting record all at the same time. Shericka, who won the world title at Oregon 22 last summer, posted a time that is the second fastest of the season, trailing only St. Lucian sprinter Julian Alfred's world-leading performance of 21.91 seconds, clocked while representing the University of Texas. Although Shericka didn't have the fastest start, she displayed exceptional speed and control in the second half of the race, ultimately securing the victory and surpassing her previous season best of 22.25 seconds, which she achieved at the JAAA All-Comers 2023 Series meeting in Kingston a few days before. It was there that she made her 200-meter season debut. At the JAAA All-Comers meet, Shericka aimed to bounce back from the recent loss at the Diamond League meeting in Doha, where Sha'Carri Richardson won first place. And bounce back she did. She faced tough competition from athletes like Stephanie Ann McPherson and German sprinter Tatiana Pinto. Although it was Shericka's first 200-meter race of the season, she outperformed her competitors to achieve the 6th fastest time in the world this year. In case you didn't know, the current world leader in the women's 200-meter is Julian Alfred from St. Lucia, who holds a personal best time of 21.91 seconds. Still, world champion Shericka Jackson dominated the women's 200-meter at the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, or JAAA, All-Comers track and field meet, clocking an impressive time of 22.25 seconds with 1.1 meters per second wind.
The champion Shericka Jackson was impressive in securing victory in her first 200-meter race of the season at the JAA's All-Comers meet on Saturday night at the National Stadium. Jackson clocked 22.25 seconds to win the event.
More than her exemplary performances on the track, it's also noteworthy how Shericka advocates the importance of hard work. In an Instagram post, she said, "Success is no accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do." It does make sense if you think about it. Achieving success is never an accident. It's a product of your hard work, of you getting up and never giving up. But also, it's important that you love what you do and make your success truly a success. And we all know how Shericka loves her shoes, her sport. With all the pressure that comes with every race, it must be hard to simply enjoy the moment, so it's truly amazing that she can do that. If there's something she loves besides her sport and her family and friends, of course, are her fans. In a recent Instagram post, Shericka said, "See you at Jamaica trials. That said, we'll make sure to keep an eye on her next event." Do you know who else we need to keep an eye on? Caitlin Toohey, that's who. So make sure to watch this.